Hello, Josh. How do you do?
Hey, I'm doing great, man. Thanks for having me.
We're delighted to speak to you. We're
Yeah,
looking for a Lightning Web Component developer, and
right.
I saw that you have experience with Lightning Web Components, and I would love to learn about your experience with Salesforce and Lightning Web Components.
Yeah, sure. So I've been a Salesforce developer for about 2 years. We work for a medical distribution center where we pretty much provide medical equipment to hospitals and things like that. So for me, what I do in the day to day is I create Lightning Web Components to just display information, create records, different things like that throughout the day to day kind of just whatever the business needs, I guess. So I'm still a little newer to Lightning Web Components, but I've been working on it for a little while, and so I'm excited to, and I'm excited about this position too.
Awesome, awesome. How long have you been using Lightning Web Components?
Probably for about a year and a half. I've been messing around for a little while, but about a year.
Great,
Really diving deep. Yeah.
great. How did you learn about Lightning Web Components?
I actually have a friend that works at Salesforce, and he was like, "Hey, we're coming out with this brand new framework," and so he was telling us, and he's like, "So chill out on learning about Aura components because that's how we were building a lot of our stuff." And when it came out, as soon as the trails hit. We actually asked to be a part of the pilot program. We didn't get accepted, but we as soon as the trailheads hit, as soon as the ways to learn hit trailhead, I started doing some of those, and yeah, and that's kind of where I started, and so have some JavaScript experience. So I kind of I enjoy this kind of framework.
Awesome, awesome,
Yeah,
cool. All right, so let's do some coding. Would you mind sharing
yeah,
your screen, please?
sure. Um,
And so I see you're in the sandbox.
right, yeah, this is the sandbox you asked me to kind of get set up. So
Good, good. Can you please create 10 account records um, using Apex?
yeah, okay.
How would you do that?
Let's see. I mean, I guess you specifically said creating Apex. I can create them visually here. I could also data load them, data load a bunch of records that way if we're doing
Good.
that. But today I'm going to use the developer console, and I'll probably do some anonymous Apex just to insert them. Is that all right with you?
That's all right with me.
Okay. Let's see. So, can you see that okay?
Yes.
Okay, I'll try to make it a little bigger so that we can both see it. Okay, so we're going to create an account. We're going to call it ACC. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to loop through them. So I guess my thought process is I'm just going to, loop through. I'll probably you said 10 records. Is that correct?
Yeah, I would like to see you create 10 account records.
Okay, so I'll create an account in a loop, and then each loop I'll add that specific record to a list, and then I'll insert that list afterwards. So I'll create a list of account here, and that'll be account list. Cool. All right, so those two are created there. Hold on a second. Why isn't that coming over? Whatever. Okay, we'll deal with that in a second. So I'll do a for loop here. I'll create an integer And then I think it's, yeah, it's I, if I is greater than, I is greater than, I guess if you want 10, I'll do 9, and then cool. So then I'm gonna do ACC equals maybe like this, I guess. AC equals new, and then in here I'll do name equals Josh, and then I guess, is there anything else that you'd want me to kind of add in here?
No.
Okay. And then so I'll add it into that account list, and then we'll just try to insert. Let's debug the exception. Oops. I was wondering why that wasn't unexpected token. On what line was that? On line 1. Count. Oh. Just kind of clean this up here. Add new.
Okay. On which line is the issue?
It says an extra. Oh, because I added this extra one here.
No. On which line is the issue?
Line 6, it says.
Okay. What's happening on line 6?
Yeah. It's not. It doesn't need a semicolon. That was the issue.
All right. Okay. And which line is the issue?
Forgot to close all this up there. Sorry, man. I'm just a little nervous here. It was line 13, it said, but.
Yep. All right.
There we go. All right.
Good
So now
business.
we're finally, we got some accounts in here. So let's just, I don't know if I can click through these. All right. So now you would like to, you'd like for me to, did you say create a Lightning Web Component, right? That
Yeah,
displays it?
can we see that they were created? Can you check?
Yeah, give me a second. If I go to all accounts. That was weird. Let me make sure that there's nothing being filtered here. I think create a date is the right name. Select name, create a date from account. Let's do it like this. Okay, so I guess those were not created. Oh, now I wish I wouldn't have closed it. I guess I'll do it this way for all right, we'll create an account. All right, for that's 0, not O. Well, I is the problem was I put well I is greater than yeah, well I is greater than 0. Well, I is greater than, and then it needs to be actually less than. So I had it backwards. I had this backwards. Well, and then
Okay. All right. What do we do now?
and then I'll just create I need a list of accounts here. Name. Oh, for time's sake, I'm just gonna insert the list. Okay, I think that's gonna work this time, but let's open the log this time. Oh, did I spell it wrong? Okay, that file size looks a lot bigger now. So let's give this a refresh. There we go.
Okay, Josh, well done.
So that's semi-embarrassing, but there we go, right?
All right. Now,
Um,
how can we display these records on a Lightning Web Component?
okay, so now that they're actually here, I would, I'd probably use, if you wanted to see all 10 of them, I'm assuming, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Then I'd probably use a data table to do that, to display them row by row by row.
Okay.
Another thing we could do would be like I could display each of them sort of in a loop, and I could display each of them like as a record edit form or a record view form is a Lightning Web Component. So
Okay. Yeah, I'd like to see something like on the list view.
okay,
Yeah.
great. So I'll do a record edit form. I mean a data table then. Is it okay if I usually use the documentation to kind of just like get started to
Yeah,
like
that's
kind of paste in there?
just do what you typically do to get things done as a developer.
Okay, cool. That'd be great. Thank you. I think that'll save us both a little time too. So I'll just create a Lightning Web Component. You can also create it through the thing. We're going to call this just something that's helpful. So like list of accounts, something like that. Yeah. All right, so list of accounts has now been created here. Let's see. I'm also going to open up. Sorry, I'm just moving the Zoom share thing. I'm also going to open up the HTML, and I'm also going to open up the meta file. Usually I'll just change this to true. And then just like, and then I have another one here. I'll just grab this just for change some of the targets, right?
Yep.
We don't need it on the home page here. And that page or record page, that's pretty common. So that's good. Let me see here. So I have my Salesforce stuff. I have it saved here because I go here a lot.
Good, good.
So I'll just grab this as a template for now. I'll put this in here. We'll grab the columns too. We'll rename those in just a second. And then what I will do, where did it go? Oops, actually that goes up here. And then whenever I'm doing a data table, I always go like this, columns. Because whenever, for a long time, it's just gone badly for me. I've always tried to figure out, I'm like, where the heck are the columns? Why aren't they displaying? And I realized that this valuable line of code here is missing. So I'll go ahead and get that out of here. For now, we'll just display the name. I think that's all we kind of asked for. So that's all right. Cool. Okay, so right now, this is pretty good here. Key field is ID, data, and columns.
Could you zoom in on your screen? It's hard
Sure.
for me to see the text. Thanks.
How's that?
Yep.
All right, so this one, so this is mostly good here, but right now I have no way of grabbing the accounts, so I'd probably create an Apex class to do that. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Is that okay?
Yes, of course. Do what you need to get the task done.
All right, so list of accounts controller. Put it in classes. Public and static is fine. We need to return actually a list. Oops. Oh, call it get counts. It's pretty simple. So let's do like this. Select ID, name from account, limit 10. So we'll do like that. I can actually just return this. I could do it like that.
Good.
Pretty sure I could. Pretty sure I could just do it like this, and then that should get what we need. And so now from here, I have to import. Let's see. No, that's not the right way to do that. Let's see. I forgot how to import the top of my head. So I'll usually just, whatever I forget off the top of my head here, I'll come and I'll.
Good. Very good.
Yeah, and so I'll just grab this. Saves me time of trying to remember it. All right, so now I've pasted that in there. So this should just be called, what do we call it? Get accounts. So import, I guess I'll call it the same thing. Get ACC, just for shortening, Salesforce Apex. And then list of accounts controller. Okay. I'm going to need to import wire from LWC, and then just kind of create an @wire method. And then we'll call it and then it's actually not quite right. Put these side by side here.
Good.
So if I wanted to, I wanted to see something like this is what I wanted to see. Yeah, so what should we call this? What am I looking for? Piece of data am I looking for in HTML? I'm looking for data. So actually this will be like this. Did I do this right? Oh, list of, oh, I almost forgot the method name. List of account
I was
controller.
afraid you'll forget. I was afraid you'll. Glad you got
Forgot
it.
that.
Yeah. Good.
Okay, so I have the column here. I'm just going to kind of give a quick look over before I I know I've already messed up a couple times here. So I want to make sure that everything's kind of going on here. So recorded wire, I'm getting the accounts, getting the right method, I think. It's good. Okay, so now I'm going to save this. I'm going to push the controller first. Okay, so that looks like it went through okay. And then list of accounts, I will go with this source.org. No base file for markup. Sorry, the Zoom cameras are in the way. I can't read what that is. Okay, so I need to do it this way.
Good.
Okay, so I had to push the entire bundle over instead of just that. Okay, so now oh, looks like I had left.
When I had asked you to create 10 accounts, you used the anonymous Apex in Developer Console. Are you familiar with using anonymous Apex within VS Code? Or you prefer the anonymous Apex in Developer Console?
I've actually, yeah. So I just have always used the developer console, so I didn't know. I mean, I knew that there was functionality that I can. Oh, there we go. Okay, took me back for a second. All right. So, but yeah, to answer your question, I didn't. I haven't really messed around with doing it in VS Code. I've always
Okay.
done it in the developer console, so I just kind of default to that.
Okay, cool.
So now let's. Now we have to display that, right? So maybe I'll take you. We'll display it on the account. We just need like a lightning page, right? So let's see, how can we do that here? We'll create, I guess we can create a new one. Let's see. Yeah, let's just create a new one here. A new tab, or
Will it show up? Dun,
let's
dun,
hope so.
dun, 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 dun. Come on, come on.
You can do it. You can do it. I think I can. I think I can.
Yes, you can.
I'll just create a new tab here, and I'll just call it accounts or something like that. Maybe while that's going,
You can
I'll
just
do that.
okay, all right.
Or I can just drag it in the page
Just
if you
drag
want.
it
Yeah.
up. Yeah, it's just, let's keep it simple. Why is it
I'm not
taking
sure what's going
so
on.
strange?
Let me refresh real fast.
Yeah, this is it.
Hey, there we go. And we called
Wow.
it.
You have a lot of Lightroom components. That's why it apparently
Yeah.
took you so long.
Yeah. Called list of accounts. All right, great. So we're going to take that. And what we're hoping to see is a failure. Bummer. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Yeah, that's fine. So it should be saved. Oh, I did an activator for myself. Okay, we'll save that. Then I'll just assign it to activate it. I'll assign it as app default. And I have the app. There we go. Okay. Okay, so there it is. I think I know what the issue is now that I'm thinking about it. See, I think it's looking for lowercase ID. And yeah, let's see. And then, oh, and then let's make sure the columns are matched up. Sorry, name. Okay. Let's make sure that goes through. I'm not sure what just happened there.
Okay.
It's still refreshing. There we go. Something's not quite happening here. Maybe because I have to do I have to tell it it's a list first. Oh. Seems like the columns are coming through. I can tell you what I would normally do here.
Let's go check. Let's go back at the. Let's go look at the HTML file, please. So there you have the ID field. Key field is ID. Data, then columns. Lighting
I
data
have
table.
columns here.
All right,
Data
now
here.
let's check the JavaScript file. There you go. Up. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. Okay. Now let's look at the constant, the columns. Label. Field name is name.
I think, and then
And then
return. This is the controller. So I think.
Go to the JavaScript file, Josh. Let's check the default class, data, columns. Look at the documentation on line 17 in the JavaScript file.
There's no line 17 here.
On the documentation for the data table. Do you have the open?
Let me see. Yeah, I do actually. Let's see.
On the JavaScript file. Do you think we need that? What's on line 17?
No, this is how they're getting their information, I think, here. Because they're just grabbing records from this file.
Okay. Data. This dot data. Are you populating this dot data? This dot data. Line 19.
You know what I will do? I'll just do it. I will do it this way. Well, I changed one thing real fast. Let me just refresh here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that didn't do it either. The issue is can't see what's coming in, right? So let's see. I guess what I will do. So what I was just looking for was the other way to do, to expand the wire method.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be like this: wired accounts.
Can you show me your screen? I'm looking at the documentation page right now.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, give me 1 second here. So it'll be like wired accounts, and that will return. I can just do result in here, and then if result.data. Whoa. We just want to take a see, make sure that the information is coming over. I could also do I could also do that debugger and see what happens, see what's coming in if I wanted to, but And then if result.error, I don't know why it keeps doing that. But I guess we'll just do this. Let's console log it. And then I would just
Okay.
just to see what it looks like. Make sure everything's saved up here.
You forgot it. Check line. You forgot the console. Where's this console.log?
See. Thank you. Oh, I forgot to save it.
It looks like
It
it was
said it had a
successful.
failure, but it looks like it was, yeah, it looks like it was a success. Okay. Just waiting for the refresh here.
Let's see.
Cacheable equals true. Ah.
Okay.
So, here, I'll bring this back on the screen here. Forgot about that very important line of code. I'm not seeing. Is that because it's never saved?
What are those errors? Console.log errors.
This is just our ESLint. It just
Okay.
doesn't want any console logs, any console.
Got it. Okay, so. But it's still showing red. See, it's red. It's showing red. I don't think it's just lint. Something else.
I can disable this.
It didn't save this file.
let's see. I think it's, yeah, this is normal for me.
Okay, okay. But look, see on the file name is
Watch if I do this.
highlighted in red.
Right. Because it has
Something
these errors. No, it's just a linting error.
there.
I'm sure of it.
Did it deploy?
Let's see. I'll just do this. Yeah. Okay. So
It
what's
deployed.
happening was I was trying to
Oh.
deploy the individual ones and not the entire deal there. Okay.
Okay.
Now comes the 20-minute refresh.
Okay, let's see what the error is.
There is no error here. There's no console log here.
So we didn't even get there.
Yeah.
What about the Apex? Can you put a log on the Apex?
Yeah.
Are we even getting the Apex?
All right. I could just make this into a list of accounts.
Okay.
Oh. I'll put this off screen for just a second.
Okay.
So we can. You know what? I never turned off caching in this org either.
Okay, there you go. Good.
Okay, so that's
All
moving
right.
good.
So Apex is good then. So now the issue, then why is it not showing up in the console.log? The issues. Let's go to the JavaScript file. Something wrong with the JavaScript file, I think. Pop, 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 pop.
Do this. Or I'll just do.
Can you also do console.log on the results right there?
Yeah. Oops. Okay.
Hold on, did it deploy? It's just a lint
Yeah.
error, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I need to. My VS Code does that. I haven't changed and messed around with a lot of the linting settings.
Okay. All right, let's check the inspection.
Now the 10-minute reload here. Meanwhile, I will plug this back in. Yeah, see, I think one of my issues is I need to turn off caching for this guy, for the org.
Okay.
Can you see all this, the console?
There you go.
So there we go.
Wow.
So that's
So,
what it was, a caching error.
wow, Josh, bravo. Applause to you. You debug the issues. Well done. Now, I could see you know how to use Salesforce documentation, you know how to debug, you know how to use VS Code, you know how
Yeah,
to analyze the Google DevTools. Well done.
thank
How
you.
did,
I don't feel like this was one of my better interviews. Especially getting hung up on some of these small issues and things like that. So
I could see you have good grasp of Apex. Maybe you were nervous, so you missed a couple of things. But anyway, you figured it out. The result is good. And given your experience of 2 years, I think this is phenomenal performance, Josh.
well, thank you.
So I know you might have been nervous, and it's not easy to code under someone else's guise. This is not typically how you code, right? So this is
Yeah, yeah. It
so
was definitely yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it. Actually.
yeah. So uh, good job. And although this might have sounded like an easy task, but under pressure, under your stress, some basic things can be forgotten. So well done, Josh.
Well, thank you.
And do you have any questions for me?
No, I just if there's anything if there's anything you think I could have done better, or I don't let me know. I'd love to continue just to grow on my skills, and I would like some feedback. How do you think the how do you think the interview went? Do you think it went okay, or is
Yeah, I have some ideas for you how you could code more effectively. For example, instead of using the anonymous Apex in Developer Console, if you were using IntelliJ or VS Code's anonymous Apex, I think it would have been faster. You would have caught the mistakes better. You wouldn't have had to retype the code. It saves it. And I have a
right?
couple of other ideas I can share with you, but right now I'm running out of time. It's
Sure.
the interview went longer than typical, but I want to give you the chance, and you did well. So I do want to give you feedback because I would like to see you improve, and let's do that on a separate day.
Sounds great.
All right. All right. Thank you very much, Josh. Have a
Thank
good
you.
weekend. Thank you so much. Bye bye.